Look at my African American over here.
We're gonna, any of you guys that are into politics, and look, a lot of you guys are gonna have to undergo some kind of sensitivity training or something, because certain political figures you guys should not be that attached to. When somebody's making a point, just a point on something, there's a content creator I'm going to show you. His name is Coach Greg Adams. He brought up Trump debating Biden, right? And one of the political debates that they had before the election, he just brought it up as a point. His point was to bring up how sometimes you don't have to go on the offense so much. A lot of the times you just got to let people talk themselves into a circle. And everybody knows Biden's mind state. He's just, this dude literally, I think he's suffering from dementia, and he just talks himself into circles. So when Trump debated Biden, he was on the offense and was attacking him. Now Trump technically won the debate, but to the public eye, to the average normie, it's like they looked at Trump as a bully, so he lost in a court of public opinion. So Coach Greg Adams brought that point up to show how he didn't have to be on the offense to beat Hafiz in the debate. But of course, you have guys on YouTube who are diehard Trump supporters to death, saying that CGA bringing up that point is tone deaf. I'm going to show you. I'll show you the clip real quick. Once I bring it up, let's play it right here. Fair use, by the way.
President Trump debated Joe Biden, and his first debate, he was attacking Joe, and he lost in the eyes of the public, and he's the sitting president. So
exactly,
think about it. He didn't have to do anything. He could have let Joe just talk himself in circle and hangs himself, right? But he didn't, and he went on the attack, and it didn't look good. So if I'm the villain, if I'm the person here with all of the facts, and he's spinning nonsense, and I'm trying to attack nonsense, it wouldn't have looked good. So I just said, sit back. I always tell people.
So that's the point. His point was to beat Hafiz, he didn't have to do much, and he understood what the setup was. In the public eye, the reason why he brought Trump, because Trump is the villain in the public eye, but really for that debate, he could have just let Biden just talk. If he just let him talk, he'd have talked himself into a circle, and then he'll win not only the debate technically, but also winning in the public eye, where people are going to look at Biden like, dude, is he well? But it looked like he was bullying Biden. That was his point. And that's what, CJ. But I just got to show you the comment right here where this guy just turned into a real weirdo. Like, I'm like, bro, like he said the analogy was terrible. It was tone deaf. He's not saying that Trump lost. He's just saying to the average person, you know what I mean? But that's what happens when like I said, when I was talking about the Jesse Lee Peterson fanboys, Trump fanboys, they go under that. These guys are so super sensitive. Like, I used to make so much, like when I was in high school, I made like so many like jokes, making fun of Obama. I thought it was funny, but I didn't really get a whole lot of hate for it, maybe because I'm black already myself. So they're just like, oh, but as soon I did one Trump joke, one Trump joke in like a Reddit thread that I did. Dude, these guys were crying in the car. I was like, there was like,
They shot me, they got me there.
I don't know if I have that soundbite.
Motherfucker!
Yeah.
You killed my butt! Motherfucker! You killed my butt!
They was like, no. They was like, that's my, like after that, they was crying so much in the set. I had made a meme and it showed like Terrell Owens crying. That's my quarterback. And then I said, I changed the caption to, that's my president. And I said Trump supporters be like, that's about president. I'm like, guys, it's like I made one joke. I don't even remember what the joke was, really. I think it probably had something to do with his hair or something. I don't know. I think it has. Man, these guys was crying. So I want you to read this thread. Here it says, if Trump had played defense, the media would have called Trump weak and afraid of Biden. The media decided Trump lost before the debate ever happened. This is a tone-deaf take, CGA. No, dude, it's tone-deaf for you to even bring up that point. He was just bringing that debate up as an example. We already know the media was against Trump. We already know he was the bad guy. That's his point. His point was maybe if Trump let Biden talk, he would have made him look stupid because Biden would talk himself. And if Trump was just like relaxed, of course CNN's going to spin it. You got to, like, you can't let these things live rent free in your head. Of course they're going to spin it. But like I said, it's tone deaf for you to even bring up the point. So I replied, I don't think you understand what he's trying to say here. He goes, bruh, you're just embarrassing yourself. I said, how? CJ was just bringing him up as an example. And basically he replied back, nice job, you played yourself again. And I try to explain, through the thread, you know what I'm saying? I'll let you pause it and see my reply. I was very respectful, at first. I told him, you're way too sensitive about this. We're not trying to diss Trump. But the problem is, a lot of people, because white straight dudes were getting attacked, by their female counterparts. A guy like Trump is a breath of fresh air, right? So a lot of people latched onto him, or like that one white kid that got made fun of by a lot of black kids in a in a mainly populated black area. They latched on to Trump because he was like a breath of fresh air. And sometimes in life, you can latch on to your heroes. Same with me. I had my heroes growing up. They were attacked by the media. This is why I'm able to see, this guy's a scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? So what people need to understand with Trump supporters is this might be the first time they've seen like one of their heroes get get lied on blatantly by the public, because the liberals control the media now. So now their heroes are getting attacked. Their heroes are being put on main display to be lied on. So anything that they take, like just something as simple as this, they take that as an attack on their hero. And I know how that feels like. Like I said, I grew up, my favorite players were Allen Iverson, Terrell Owens, Balotelli, you know what I'm saying? Like those guys were attacked by them. So I know how that feels. So that's why I started just backing off. I'm like, this guy is on some weirdo stuff. But right here, this is where he starts turning into a female. He says, no, you're just lying again and you're not fooling anyone. This is just sad. CJ isn't going to let you hit it, bro. Who hurt you? Like, this is something a female would say. So I was like, let's just stop this. I said, you are a weirdo. And I'm like, yep, I think I'm talking to a female. But if you look at the comments, all the comments was basically like, no, Trump won the debate. We know that's not his point. Sometimes when you're in certain situations, you got to know when you're the villain. You got to know when you're in a certain situation where the odds are stacked against you, and it's not like you have to physically fight. You got to also fight the court of public opinion. So you know what I'm saying? That's not the. He said Trump won those debates. That's not the point. The point is, Coach Greg Adams was in a position where they tried to set him up as a villain, but since he was relaxed, he even had like CGA even had people that had beef with him. They were praising CGA because he just let Hafeez talk, and he was just rambling. And CJ just sat back and let him talk and attacked his main points that he tried to put out there. Even so much to a point where Hafeez brought up God, he destroyed his God narrative with a powerful statement. There is no God in marriage. That's a powerful statement. He did that by sitting back and letting him attack, letting him ramble. And that's how he won. That's how you're supposed to do it. Okay. Now, I don't know what happened. I hit something, but but that's how you're supposed to do it. Sometimes if you just sit back, sometimes this is not a strategy used for every, there's a time and place for everything. If you sit back and you just let them go, you can poke the holes and just make somebody look stupid for you just let them talk. That's all you got to do. And CJ not only won to the people in the red pill space, he also won in the court of public opinion. Hafeez made himself look stupid. All he had to do was let him talk. And Hafeez thought he had him because they set up CGA for that podcast. That was the point. But the Trump supporters, they got sensitive over this. But like I said, what people need to understand, even also the liberals, they like to make fun of Trump supporters, but you got to understand, Trump is one of the few white dudes on TV white dudes that been overlooked, they look to him as a hero. So, which is not a bad thing. Like I'm trying to say, that's not a bad thing. This is like one of the first people that's a guy that speaks his mind. So they latch on to him. So to him, to them, he's a hero. So anytime the media starts lying, the same thing that happened to Trump, this happened to Balotelli. Same thing that happened to Trump, same thing happened to Terrell Owens. When you got people just lying on your hero, it's gonna make you feel a certain type of way. There's nothing new under the sun. So, I just wanted to bring that up as a point. If you look, man, in when you're talking about political stuff, you have to make sure you're not too invested in it. You can't be too invested in it because most of it is theatrics. And for the most part, I knew what Trump was trying to do. And what people got on, you can't get too sensitive on it on both sides. You just can't get too caught up in it. Because we had, like, the average person, we don't have a stake in this thing. The people in politics, they serve the rich, Trump included. It is what it is on that end. You know what I mean? We can't get, too sensitive about this. So I just wanted to show you that clip. You know what I'm saying? And in the comment section, just like my point being, I don't hate Trump. Okay. CGA, if you listen to Coach Greg Adams, he definitely does not hate Trump. That's why I'm literally like, do you watch Coach Greg? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's not the point. The point is sometimes you just got to sit back and just relax a little bit and let somebody talk themselves into their own demise, like Hafeez did. Like what Pearly, like what Just Pearly Things did with Hafeez. She was just like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's literally what she was doing. Just letting him talk. That's all. And he made himself look stupid. That's all you got to do half the time. You know, you can't get too sensitive if they bring up your person, your favorite person as an example. It's just an example. That's all that was.